Alrighty, welcome to today's stream. So, that's the wrong button. So, today, I decided I was going to stream. And this time we're streaming in the afternoon instead of the evening, because I was going to play some volleyball this evening. But the place I play volleyball at was hosting a volleyball tournament, so I couldn't. And I don't have social media, so I wouldn't have known that it was happening. Anyways, I want to direct my attention to working on the interior of this place some more. I did some more work. I decided to go with this idea. I really like the way this is looking, and then we're going to have 2 rooms here and here. I ran out of mangrove. I need more mangrove. I AFK'd, clogged my warped wood farm for the wood for the smithing tables, but it is all there. And so, yeah! Let's go ahead and fly out and get some mangrove, dude. Because I need some. I'm down bad for the mangrove. So just kind of have to get it. Yeah. It's crazy, because we're going to go, hopefully, Jimmy's not watching, because if I had a nickel for every single time I've gone to play volleyball, and the place I go to has a volleyball tournament of the same people that hosted that volleyball tournament twice in a row, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird, you know? It's kind of weird. That's all I'm saying. All right, well. We're gonna go. I got a lot of warped wood, so I have a full shulker box of warped wood, and then another almost full shulker box of warped wood. So we'll be fine in the wood category in terms of crafting stuff. So it's not too shabby. I forgot how good that farm is, and the reason why I built it instead of a bamboo farm, though I may still opt for a bamboo farm regardless, just because it doesn't require bone meal. It's pretty fast. And bamboo would be a better building block, because that was one of the things Val was definitely a little disappointed with when I said I was going to build a wood farm, is he was expecting a, like, spruce or something, you know what I mean, like, actually nice looking building block wood, and I built a warped wood farm, which most people don't build with. There are use cases for warped wood, definitely. So, yeah. Alright, well, let's fly on out to the place. I always forget where it is. It's scary over there. So let's go ahead and fly to it. I definitely think the lodestones would be a good idea to keep track of where everything is, because I have a bad habit of not forgetting. I actually have a pretty good memory of stuff. I have a very good sense of direction, so it's pretty chill. I mean, we can find our way pretty easily. It's just I tend to fly past it because you can't see very far. I'm tempted to get like Voxy again, the Voxy mod, so that way I can see all the way out. Because Voxy is honestly most handy on the nether roof, ironically, because you can just see everything. And it's not like overtly laggy or anything. Okay, we're back here. It's time to collect Mangrove. Because, like, dude, I need so many stacks of Mangrove, it's ridiculous. It's not even in the... Okay, but I have a few ideas for, like, how I want to do things. Now I want to do the nether portal. Right, so we have the main build that we're doing right now. That whole thing. And then what I'm planning is... we have the floor above it, which is what all the smithing tables are kind of being used in, right? We have that floor. That floor will be something else. I don't know quite yet what I want to use that floor for. And then below that, I want to do, or sorry, below, geez, above that, I want to do the nether portal. And have like a big nether portal centered to the scientific portion of the room, not centered to the building, because that definitely, it won't be centered in that case. Because what I'm thinking is a viewing area of the nether portal, essentially trying to keep with the science theme and actually have something relatively scientific going on. They're studying the nether portal. They're like, what is this thing? Why is it here? You know what I mean? Like, well, not studying it. They're studying the creation of that and mob creation and kind of the world that they're in. These scientists are trying to figure out what exactly it is. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not a huge Stranger Things fan, but I feel like a lot of the like, just that kind of science vibe is sort of what I'm going for. And I'm, like, tempted to have the big lab that I want to build be just the Hawkins lab. Just because I've already done, like, movie references. You know, we've done the National Treasure, whatever you call it, the End Room, right? We did National Treasure, End Room, and then we did the Lighthouse. It kind of gives me Shutter Island vibes, and that was definitely inspiration for the island there. So, like, I very clearly have pulled from movies and, or at least movies, for that. So it would make sense to go with Stranger Things as another one. Of course, the Nether kind of does give the vibes of the Upside Down. I think a cool Nether hub, theoretically, with this, could be the Upside Down itself, and like rebuilding the overworld in reverse and grimy and slimy like the Upside Down is. I think that could look really cool. But that would be a heck of a lot of work. And as I was talking about yesterday, I don't know how long we'd have, and that's a huge project. And I've already got like my mega base, which is pretty big of a project in itself. But who knows, if we decide that we want to stay on this world for a few years, then I might take on the minigame idea that I want to do. Because as I mentioned, after this next episode, I'm not actually 100% sure what the next project that I really want to work on is going to be. I don't actually know what I want to work on, other than like building other science facilities. But there's not necessarily like a farm that I need, because our base is pretty simplistic in terms of its build palette. This is the most complex build palette that we've used so far, and it really is not in theme with our base whatsoever. But that's okay. I don't know. Just kind of like spitballing ideas of figuring out like what we can do. Where's the mangrove in this? Oh, there it is. So like that's where I'm going. I don't know. So like I might end up just doing my anyways. The only issue is that minigame is not a multiplayer game. It's a single player. But I think that might be better because we all are very busy people. Unlike hermits, that was gonna sound really wrong. We don't have the time that hermits do because content creation is not our full-time jobs. That's a better way to put that phrase. It feels really dark because I have that. I'm gonna turn the gamma up. So I want to be able to see. So because of that, like, certainly becomes challenging. Kind of do like multiplayer games because now you're trying to get a hold to play the game. So you really gotta do single player games. So yeah. Yeah, either that or, I mean, maybe I do revisit the base idea. Because I've been thinking about how exactly to build this minigame. Okay, I'll just spill it out for you. I want to build a, like, choose-your-own-adventure style minigame. Where I've done this before on a different server. At least I started it. And the way I was doing it is I had, like a 5x5 room that you would go into, and then you'd have 3 to 2 doors that you could open up and go into the next room, which would be the next part of the story. Very, like, literally a choose your own adventure, but in Minecraft. Beat me to it. So, like, that's kind of... Oh, you're about to sleep. That's kind of the plan. Is that literally, did I just miss a Mangrove log in here? I must have. Okay. 2. The first issue with that design was the rooms were too small, and I couldn't really fit much, so I'm like, I think next time I want to do a much larger style. Another idea is building this in the end, and you go through the end gateway, which would in turn open up the portal, and then yeah, so that would enter you into the game, and I think that would be a little bit like of a better way rather than building outdoors. Because the other thing is it was underground, so I had to dig out a huge space. So if I go for much larger styles of rooms to give the player more room to walk around, but also give more room to have you go to other rooms, because like you think about a choose your adventure, it's always the way. For those of you who don't know how a choose your own adventure is, if you've never actually done one before, the way those books work is you start the book, you read the first page, and at the bottom of the page it'll say you'll get a choice basically, and a lot of times it'll be join this person on this part of the adventure. Let me set up a mini story for you. So let's say you and your friends are heading out to a log cabin for the weekend. There are 2 cars that you can take. If you take car A, flip to page 5. If you take car B, flip to page 17. And that's kind of how it would work. And then based on which car, let's say car A makes it to the log cabin safely. Car B, on the other hand, they find an abandoned science facility and they want to explore it. So they stop and they explore it. And then crazier things happen. Instead of saying stranger things happen. Crazy things happen there while they're exploring this scientific facility. And then Group A is going to say, they've been gone for too long, we can't reach them. So they try to retrace their steps and they go on a wild goose chase. And now you have these 2 storylines of Group A, Group B. And at some point, they'll maybe merge. You know, at some point they will merge. And then some pages, let's say you choose the wrong door, like you're in the science facility, you choose the wrong door to go behind. And that door, was some radioactive material was inside there, and that door was a special door. You found a key card, and because you found the key card and you're on the key card storyline, you're able to open that door, which lets out all the radioactive material, which kills everybody. And so it would stop there, and then you'd have to go backwards, back to page 1, to start the story again. And that's kind of how it would go. But if you didn't have the key card from a previous thing, you would never have been able to open that door, and you would never have been able to die. You would have moved on, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like the vibe that I want to go for, is that kind of a storytelling thing where it's like you have, you're going through, and that's what the storyline was kind of about. that was kind of the storyline there, was you'd go through and with the science facility, and you'd have to find certain things which would unlock certain bits, and you could die in the base trying to explore and all of that. So maybe I mix my thing and do that. That could be an option. I could do the choose your own adventure. Gosh, another reason mangroves kind of suck to harvest. It's really hard to get on top of them. It's also hard to figure out where the frick the mangrove is. Where's the wood? There it is. So that's kind of the idea, but I don't know how well that would work. Had a daisy on it, but it was actually a lion. It's funny because I've never actually seen. Well, okay, correction. I have seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's a quote from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know if Arnab has seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. I kind of hope he does, because otherwise that comment feels a little more. I visited his Arnab's base earlier today, and I struck a deal with him. So he has access to my slime farm, and I now have access to at least his flowers. Not his dyes, but to the flowers. Which, granted, the flowers give the dyes, but I wanted the flowers to decorate with flowers because I'm building a forest, or I plan to. That actually might be another base idea. You think this is enough? I think this is enough. Yeah. I'm gonna need more rockets now. So yeah, oh yeah, so I have more flowers now. And I plan to get more from them. So that'll be nice. And then of course you can use my slime farm. Hello, what the frick do you think you're doing? You're stuck here, buddy. Oh yeah, I forgot I have that enabled right now. It's so yeah, sorry much. Yeah, that's not a bad plan. That's what I mean. Like, it's hard to have all flower unless you're in a flower forest. It's hard to have flower farms all near each other in like separate areas. Unless you could get like flower forest next to a meadow, next to well, I guess you don't need the cherry grove, because a lot of those flowers you can. Guy's going through it. He's trying to get. So apparently, all flowers always spawn in the same. Like the same flower always spawns in the same coordinates, meaning. Meaning that the way like flower farms work are based on that. So even if you see like a specific flower on there, like that block, that XZ value always spawns the same flower type. At least according to an Arab, that's how he was explaining how the flower farm worked, was it would always spawn the same one. So, yeah. Actually, you know what? I know I just came all the way up here, but I realized I'm pretty low on iron right now. So I should probably grab a couple stacks of iron blocks, because I'm going to make a lot of smithing tables for the floor and slash ceiling. And then for the top is where the portal is. Now, here's the I need to test if that portal will work first before I build the entire floor based off of the portal, because the portal doesn't work. Or I don't want to spend all that work building this cool thing when that doesn't work. We can do that. We can build that kind of a design in another area. So let's just grab 9 stacks of iron blocks. So yeah, I think it'll be fun. I think getting this done. One thing I have to think about is all the other decorations in the area. But basically today, we're gonna finish off this build, and I want to put all of the a bunch of farms in there, like Too Tall Flower Farms, Gold Lichen Farm, Bush, Firefly Bush, like all of these micro farms. Put those all in. And then actually, maybe another thing I'll do is decorate that building, because it's done. We can do that. We can maybe work on villagers. Think about this more, kind of what we want to do terrain-wise. We obviously have the trees. Like, there's a lot of small well, not small projects, but there's like these side projects. I'm basically focusing on the main quest line right now, not on any side projects. But maybe I should focus a little bit more on the side projects. I wouldn't worry about this yet because we're going to be making a bunch of smithing tables. Was this my... I think this was... Okay. What here? Said what? Oh well. Worth the feet. I have an abundance of flour. Nice. Good for flower. Wildflowers, dude. Wildflowers and dandelions. That slaps. That's a good combination. And oxidazes. Because they, if we fly over here, as in if we can't fly, like look at this patch. Because it's yellow and white, it just flows so nicely. And I want to do this with maybe cherry and other pink flowers and all of that. Welcome in, Jordan. How you doing? How you doing today? And dude, I'm just thinking, what if there was a war between me and Arnib for sleeping? We just go to war against each other. Oh, I realized I literally don't have any of the blocks. Where did that empty shulker box go? There. Crap. That's not what I wanted to do. Throw that there. What have you been up to today, Jordan? What have you done today? Wow, that sounded very condescending. Like, what have you done today? Hold on, how did I phrase this question before? What projects have you been working on today? That's a good way to put that. Let's break down all of this and turn it solely into that. Let's break down these and turn it solely into those. Look at how little resources I get. Let's break down. Let's go ahead and actually. Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, it kind of does. I'm gonna do this really weird. I just realized I could do this an easier way and not have to throw all my items on the floor if I just, you know, turn the hand restock off and just place these. I'm like, throw the items out so I don't have to worry about the hand restock. I literally have a keybind that turns that on and off. Good, ready to get back home. Very nice, very nice. Where did you go today? Because I also went out today. I was severely disappointed. I wanted to play volleyball with a friend. I got to the gym, and there was a volleyball tournament going on. So I drove back home and decided I was going to live stream in the afternoon instead of the evening. And who knows, maybe I'll live stream in the evening as well. I have not decided yet. No double streaming? Double dipping? I'm pricing. Okay, but we can turn that back on. Okay, now we can do this. There we go, there we go. Now it's looking nice. Went shopping, visited your parents. Very nice, very nice. I also saw my parents today. Granted, I live with them, so that kind of helps. I always find it funny when, like, I listed, like, because of course both Jordan and I are in college. So whenever I'm out and about with friends or classmates, right, and I hear my friends who live, like, their parents and their home is 2 hours away, you know, they were always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna visit my parents this weekend. I'm like, bro, I'm literally gonna see my parents tonight. because of course I live 8 minutes away. So it's an every time kind of thing. But I always like to make it. It's like I can't help myself. I have to make it. I am one of those guys. I don't know about you, Jordan, or if anyone else is listening in, but like, are you one of those guys that says, I'll see you next year? I am one of those guys. Granted, I don't know how many people I actually told that to that I remembered, but there were certainly people that I said, I will see you next year. And I always will. I always will. Help them move some stuff out for them to sell. Very nice, very nice. Oh, so you're not a see you next year kind of guy. Okay, I see. Oh, I fell in a hole. What muffins? Get out of there. But I do have a lot of sad jokes. Sad jokes? Like, oh, Dad. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, sad jokes? What's a sad joke? You mean you're one of those guys that's like, haha, you want to know a funny joke? My life. And I was like, you might want to get some counseling there, buddy. Have you considered a therapist? But dad jokes, you probably still want to see a therapist. No, I love dad jokes as well. Those are some of my favorites. Gotta prepare, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We gotta prepare. We gotta get all of the married folk prepared for the dad jokes, you know what I mean? Because no, I just realized, I think Denalid isn't, I know he's not a dad. Denalid and Knight aren't parents, but Shield, Fire, Virga, and Val are all parents. Where did I put that empty shulker box? Because I need it again. I don't hear them making dad jokes. I don't hear Val and Shield making dad jokes all the time. We need to get them to make more dad jokes. This needs to be a mission. Operation Dad Joke. Hey, when does a joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. I'll be here all week. Just kidding. I'll be here some of the week. Depends on what I'm doing in day-to-day life. Let's, for goodness sakes, let's make maybe not that many. Never mind, I will make that many. I need a crafting table. I don't mind having more smithing tables. Plus, I sell the stuff, so it makes sense for me to have a lot of smithing tables. Have you asked Den? I've been meaning to, but I don't know if he goes public about that. That's true. That is very true. I'm an open book kind of guy, so I tend to share a lot more about myself than most other people are comfortable sharing. So I tend not to think that other people would be uncomfortable sharing certain details. So I'm like, yeah. So I apologize in advance if I've ever done that, or you know what I mean. Like, some people are way more cautious online, whereas I'm like, dude, if I say the region that I live in, I have no problem with that really. But of course, like, my mom freaks out a little bit from that. She's listening in now. About, like, you know, me saying, oh yeah, I live in Virginia, and like, oh, you shouldn't say that. And I'm like, but like, you think about when you meet somebody IRL, right? Let's say you go to the dentist's office. I don't know why that's the first thing that came into my mind. And you're sitting in the waiting room, and you see another person there, and you strike up conversation. Probably one of the things is, where do you live? And you're gonna say, I live in this town, and they'll say, oh cool, I live in this town. You know what I mean? Or they'll both say, oh yeah, we both live in here. Yeah, I live right next to this store. Like, we're totally fine telling a complete stranger that we've never met before where we live. But don't say it on the internet, because some random dude all the way in China is gonna fly here to kill me specifically. I just find it funny. Now, I admit, there are very clearly things you should not be putting on the internet. That much I can agree with. But I'm gonna turn the gamma on so you can see. But I do think people get a little bit too, like, maybe not. I think being cautious is fine. I think, like, being cautious for other people is where, like, for me personally, I find that a little annoying, because I don't see a problem with it. And as I said, I don't think some random person is going to stalk me because I said that. Now, maybe when I'm super famous, but then again, you think about how much information can you find about famous people on the internet, just searching things up. So like that kind of information is out there. Or like the funniest one that I always found is don't put your real name out on the internet. And again, I go to your real name. Your name, period, is the first thing you tell about people. Like when you meet a new person, the first thing you're probably going to start off with, if it wasn't hi, how are you, is hi, my name is so and so. We do that all the time, but don't do it on the internet. We have, now I do think with like content creation, you have like internet personas, and that's kind of like the role, almost like a what's it called, a signature name? No. What's a name for a pen name? That's more for authors, but you get the idea. There's a term for it. I just can't think of that term. I have to make sure that it's not that. But basically, like, we all have our pen names, and that's essentially what a username has become, is our pen name. And like even some actors, like Tom Cruise, that's not his real name. That's his pen name. Millie Bobby Brown. I don't think Bobby is her middle name. She just did that for funny. Or Emma Stone. Her name isn't Emma. I think it's Emily. Yeah, I think it's Emily Stone. But Emily Stone was already taken at the time by the Actors Guild. So she had to change her name. Because her name was already taken. I'd rather tell someone where I live than post my hometown online. Right. But, like, I have no issue saying, like, I live in Virginia. You know what I mean? Or I live, or that I go to Liberty University. Like, those are the kind of details that, like, that's so broad of an area. And to be perfectly honest with you, there are experienced enough hackers out there that could probably hack in to Twitch or something and find where my live stream is coming from and identify my exact location because I'm live streaming. Because obviously that source is coming from a location. Like, that's possible in today's day and age. And I don't even need to tell them any information. They could just get that all themselves if they wanted to. Now, obviously there are protections. Twitch has protections to prevent that from happening, but people are smart. So I just like, it is going to be what it's going to be. But hey. Oh, wow, I actually ran out of smithing tables. That's kind of crazy. I thought I was going to have way too many. Well, yeah, that's why we got a ton of wood. Man, like, I don't need my Richies box, man. But, as I said, like, I as a personality, am way more comfortable telling people information that so many other people are uncomfortable. And I think that's perfectly fine. Like, that's gonna happen. Where I would cross the line is accidentally sharing information about another person without them wanting that information out there. And that's something I do unintentionally because I wouldn't be thinking about it. I'd be like, oh yeah. But then, like, for example, I think this is safe. Like, Denalid, one of his, like, key points to his channel is being from Texas. So, like, that's information that he's put out there on the internet. Let's make another 6 stacks of smithing table. So, like, that's become a part of his personality. But, like, one of the other things that one of the other content creators I could think of that's done similar things is, like, the Arizona dads. Like, we know Skiz, Tango, Impulse, and, Skiz, Tango, Impulse. Oh, that was all of them. They all live in, Arizona. Because I don't know, and I actually don't even know when that information came out. Like, I don't know when we figured that out. If they told us that or not. But, like, that's one of those things. I actually think Fwip lives in Arizona as well, I would say. But I can't remember. But that just goes to show to my point of we know where celebrities live already. They do not hide that information particularly well. But, I mean, information is interesting. Because, like, it's crazy in today's day and age, because we have so much technology to be able to find information on the line, and you'd probably be surprised how much of your own information is out there online. Like, I'm actually wondering, with AI, if you could go into ChatGPT or something and be like, hey, find me all of the information that you can scour the internet for on this person. Now, I don't know how large, like, ChatGPT's reach is in terms of, like, social medias and stuff. But, like, if you put in, I mean, you could probably put in your username, like, find me as much information as you can on Doug Wolf Destroy, and see how much of it's out there. Because, like, you know, one of the other things, or a big one for, like, content creators specifically, is, like, face reveals and all of that. And my face is already on the internet, because my sister has done, short films, right? And I've acted in them. So, there's that. And then, of course, I made my own short film that I was going to upload to BoopTubes. But, funnily enough, way back, where to start? Why not have, last semester, one of the things we did, because I'm a film student, is we make films. And so one of the film I directed, my professor wanted me to put into a film festival. So fast forward to now, I have all of the data for that on a hard drive. And I gave that hard drive to my sister so she could edit it. But that short film that I made, I also put on that hard drive so I could also edit off of the drive instead of and I should have put it on the computer because it wasn't very big. And what I wanted to do was to just give her the footage, but her computer could not handle the amount of data that was there. So you didn't have the storage space. So I was like, okay, just take the drive, because I think that's probably the safest way to get the data to you. Because, like, putting it on, let me grab scaffolding. Putting it on, whatchamacallit, like online, like OneDrive, that kind of stuff. One, I'm not too familiar how to do that. Two, I don't know how safe it is for the data, or how easy it is to use in that sense. I've never done anything, like, especially with video footage, and also storage space still is the issue. Because I don't know how much storage space is saved. So yeah. So that short film never saw light day. But if you're ever interested in those short films, Servants of the King Productions is the YouTube channel. If you're ever like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? If anything, this should be the Jordan. How do I want to do this? Wonder? Maybe. I like the 3 first. This is a 4. How's that? How is that? But that channel is also the channel that I would be putting any other short films that I make myself. The issue is I don't have, like, a camera or any equipment, so it's not easy for me to make short films. Do I like... I think I would prefer if these were just longer and get rid of this middle. Get rid of this. sorry. Went the wrong way. Okay. I think this would be better. Maybe. Well, it's light enough, so that's good. Or idea. Break. But these here. And then here. Perfect. That's maybe better. 4, 5, 6. That's 6 blocks long. I don't know. 5, 6. Because we could shorten this and make it a twofer. I like the ones on the side, but for some reason I don't like these horizontal ones. Maybe I do just want to get rid of this middle. Just have nothing here. That just would be better. Honestly, yeah, I think I like that the best. Let's go with that. Okay. Let's try not to make a mistake. Said than done. Okay. Come on, there we go. Okay. Now, the other thing that I have to start thinking about now is the farm. How did I flip that? What? I have the one Weakaroo thing on that prevents that from happening. I guess it's not perfect. Big stink placement. Okay, perfect. And then we can get rid of that. So this is all lit up now. You know what I mean? Which is nice. It's so nice to not have things there. We could actually put it back on. This. Oh. Oh. Look at that. Then we don't need the lanterns there. Because the lanterns just don't make sense. Now it feels a little bit more scientific. I'm still not 100% sure about this little docking station, but I don't know. Maybe just shelves, actually. Hold up, maybe jungle shelves is the way to go. That might be the way to go. Hold. How much jungle I have? Oh, I use a lot of it. Apparently. For some reason, I use a lot of jungle wood. Jungle wood is just one of those woods I just don't use. It's not a common wood type that I would like gravitate towards. But let me do okay. Alright, you know what I've been hearing a lot about that I have no idea what it is? Hightail. What is it? When I first heard Hightail, I thought it was a Legend of Zelda based game. Like I thought it was a Link. But I don't think it is. I'm not sure. People keep talking about it. Apparently it's not out yet. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. Oh, but I... Old. I just felt like all the pale oak was a little big. So that's why I'm changing. Do I not have... I'm gonna say it every time. A couple more trapdoors. I'm gonna keep harping on that. I'm gonna beat that dead horse as much as it has to be. I always find that, that idiom kind of funny. Beat the dead. I don't like that. Maybe I keep it Mangrove. Maybe that's a strat. Because the Mangrove, like it's too much of the jungle wood color, which I'm not a fan of. And I might swap this to be a trapdoor. But I feel like the Mangrove would look and make sense. Oh, I guess I don't have... Yeah, I'm gonna put it all here, and just need to know that I need to get a shulker box for that later. The etho storage system certainly is interesting. I'll give you that. I almost want to go further and add the stairs. Let me get rid of the sneak placement, because that's weird things. It's at this point that I'm just building. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm placing blocks and seeing what they look like. I'm probably gonna get something to drink in a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have that much, so I prefer not to lose them. with slabs. Try some slabs. See what those look like. Be good. No, I like that better. It's less intrusive, and the white stood out too much. I think that was the big issue. If anything, maybe I should have just done that old design, but with Mangrove. Because, like, I don't know how I feel about this. This is just kind of weird. Like it's this. I don't like that. Because if you think about it, you get off, like, you're not really going to be walking this. You can't even walk out this, so it's actually safe that way. So you have to walk this. Maybe that goes like that. Kind of curl it a little bit better. Yeah. Right. That no. If anything, I kind of want to go one more block like this. Oh. Maybe. That doesn't make any sense. Ugh. Okay, I definitely don't like the ones that are here. Like, that definitely keeps you from that, but it also, I feel like, pushes you off more, so I feel negatively towards the... Okay, good, I got it back. I feel like just doing that would be... Doing it, yeah, that just leaves the gap. Doesn't feel good. Like here... I don't know. I think definitely that. Because that keeps it level there. Oh, that. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that works really well. I like that. I like that a lot. And then you have this. It is a little tight in here, but, you know. Kind of makes sense. This actually goes. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, no, that's better. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna grab a drink. Something to drink. Not a drink, huh? I don't drink. And I'll be back and we can start figuring out farms, where we want to put farms. First, let's figure out what farms we need, that we want to build, and then we can figure out what farms that I don't have. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That had a nice, that kind of sounded like the Soda Pop from Soda Pop. They like the song, Run a Flower. Gotta do. Yeah. Gotta do. Alright, speaking of farms, let's discuss what farms we need. So, we need a bush farm and a fern farm. Oh, shiz. A mosh farm. Ironically. What the heck? Where did you come from? What the... That's actually a good trade. I'm buying that. I will gladly take 32 free jungle logs. Yes, please. Which, ironically, I could turn around and buy some of this. You know, it's funny. I always get mini blocks. In every world I make, I always have the mini blocks. I never use them. And I feel like I could. Anything here look like it could be a scientific thing? I don't know. I'll take sea pickles. Oh, that was late. I'll take the pale oak. I don't know how much pale oak I have. Yeah, thanks. It's funny, if you actually kill the llamas first, they don't attack you back. But if you kill that guy first, the llamas will attack you. So I kind of need to read that, but... yeah. Oh, I need to leave that there because I have other stuff to do. Okay. Oh, look at that. Sea pickles. I would say yes. Look at that, aqua. That's exactly where I was going to say I wanted to put them. Alright, well, I only had 4 pale oak, so... or, like, saplings, so now I have 12. Oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. I mean, I have... infinite emeralds from the trader over there. We may hate. We may hate. We may head over there in the future. Why am I switching? I don't know where it is. That's wrong. So we need to pull out the greenery box because we would want firefly bush, rye bush. We want glow lichen. Probably a drip leaf farm, seeing as I only have so many. Let me make. I feel like a drip leaf farm could be good. Honestly, hanging roots farm. Hanging pale moss. This could actually, honestly, like the pale moss stuff would be great for an upside down themed build. If we had immersive portals, that'd be so cool. Vines? I don't know if vines we would really need. Because once again, I'm thinking like micro farms. Let me pull out this as well. So I would want to make one for every one of these. Now I know I'd made the deal, but wildflowers are really easy to make a micro farm for. So like that would be a good micro farm make. I feel like, I mean, glubs and berries could be good. I feel like that's really it. That's all I need. Because, like, bushes, ferns, short grass, honestly, are all, like, things I use to build these, and then the flowers, which the oxeye daisies and azure bluets are probably flowers I will get from Aranib. Whereas these 5, I think I'll just make myself. Because, like, wildflower, like, these are easy to get. These are easy bone meals to get, and I have a massive, and I mean a massive bone meal farm. Glubs are also pretty easy to get. This, I think, will, like, most of these are pretty easy to get. In fact, I think I'll need, we can grab rooted. Whereas, like, a sugarcane farm, bamboo farm, we might want to make elsewhere. So, short grass, though, is not a farm I necessarily want. I think these... 5 times 3 is 15. These 15... It's not there. I have to not do that. Yeah, don't throw items into this. It works for shulker boxes. Well, I was thinking about the brain. We could space out the brain so that way we have the brain and it goes, like, we were trying to put it right next to each other and we couldn't figure out a way to do the wiring, but why not just put a space in between? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that makes sense for the solution. Well, I thought I had... Oh, well, that's because I have barrels in my wood chest that I never named. All of my other boxes are named. This is the only one that's not, and that's not in... It's not in that box. It's in the workstation box. But actually, instead of using a brand new anvil, let's go there. Let me grab an anvil from here. New box. Okay. That was it for damage? Oh, I guess it was damage. Ready? So what I was looking for was a barrel. Just to keep track. So these are everything we want. So I'm thinking, let's group things together. So flowers, obviously, I think would make sense to go together. Bushes, firefly bush, makes sense. Glubs make sense together. These two kind of are dry. Big drip leaf, and then these. So, there's 15. That doesn't split evenly. Though something like a fern farm, like these are going to be pretty big. This is going to be a little bit tall. These are what, yeah, because this is 1 wide. These, basically just bone meal and that. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking these are just bone meal speed clock. So these make themselves. So we don't actually have to do it. This also will make itself. Because what I'm thinking is just bone meal, it grows up and hits an observer at the top, which then breaks Actually, if I... Oh, I don't think that works the way that I want it to. Not like bamboo. So I think we'll have to plant it regardless. But we can still do the same thing, we would just have to stand there. And hold around right click. And berries... I think you can bone meal it. Lichen is just a bone meal dispenser in a small box. And then you break it. But we should probably have it come out of the box. Hanging, both of these hang. So both of these are going to be actually the same farm. This hangs as well. And then these, this is actually kind of its own unique farm. Whereas these, it'll just grow to the side, and then we just break it to the side. So I say we'll still put these ones together. We'll probably put these together. We'll put these, let's put this one on this side, because that makes more sense on this side. And then these all together on this side. Because these aren't as, I don't know. Okay. And, cooler thing, grab our wood box, our colored box, because that has mud in it, which we're gonna need for a lot of these farms. And then of course, our redstone box. We're gonna need dispensers, hoppers, observers, because we'll need blocks. Probably just do redstone clocks. Like I might do. And then we'll go ahead and use polish andesite. So. I want to leave a possibility for a door, like a small door over here. The fern farm basically is plant a bunch of ferns. I guess it doesn't need to be as big, but the bigger it is, the easier it is to get more ferns. So what I'm thinking, we'll need barrels, is I think do barrel right here. I guess actually not that one, because it wouldn't. And for this one's pretty simple. We could just do that. Oh, I just realized I can't reach that. Basically, you plant a bunch of ferns, click that, which will go. I don't have redstone on. Weird. I don't have redstone on. Redstone. Okay. So you do that. We could do this. Which we could just have this on. And then we fill this with bone meal. Refill each one of these with bone meal. Place the ferns down. Break the ferns. So maybe I will. Yes. The reasoning is so that way if ferns fall back there, also get there, but we can't actually, we can technically reach it, but we can't really, so it's like, grow, it'll do 2 tall ferns, and then we get twice as many, you know what I mean, that kind of an idea. So that is a fern, and then we, you know, we keep these on, so that way those trapdoors stay closed. That's farm number 1 done. Now those will all go in here. Alright. And then for the other ones, we'll do... I'm standing here. We have that there. Let's do... barrel. Hopper. Mud. I guess we'll be standing here. Block. Alright, so not a full block. Very fancier. Actually, if I just do... Is there an easy way to do a clock? Because I'm assuming that surely can't be that easy. Yeah, it is not. Well, maybe we can do... Because basically we just need to bone meal this guy, and then we sit here with Silk Touch, pickaxe, or shovel. But it doesn't matter. Silk Touch anything, or shears. And that'll bone meal it. We just need to figure out a way to get that. And I don't necessarily want it always running, but we could just have it always. Because I'm thinking we could literally do... this. And then literally have... another one. They work exactly the same as, like, Firefly Bushes and the other guy. All work the same. So we can easily do this. We probably would to make it a little neater. I'll probably come in here and use other blocks, but just to kind of get the farms down. More of spacing wise. So let's build as bare bones of it as we can, so that way we can go in and update it later. But this is basically the same design. And so long as there's already one over there, this will not grow another one. Actually, you know what? This could work for grass as well, I think. Because if you do 2 tall grass, it might work. So if we grab bush and a firefly bush, put bush in there, put firefly bush in there, and that'll actually give us little particles. Look at that, little particles. That could work. And then maybe we could fit some other light sources in here so it's not so dark. And then this works the same, but we could possibly use that for the glow lichen as well. We did the same system, so if we did block, bop. So the thought was we do this, but we're already actually out of space. Crazy enough. We can do dry bush right there. And then we would do glow lichen. Actually. The way this one would work, maybe we do that specifically for glow lichen. That's hanging tail moss. So as you can see, we've already kind of run out of space. That would be there. That would be there. So this will bone meal. This will fill up with glow lichen, and then it'll spread over here, and it'll fill up these. This one was pushing, but that's a little bit too big. Actually, I think I need shears for that. Okay, I can't use silk touch. I do need shears. So I don't like that, so we're not going to have one here. But either way, this is in the way, so we're definitely not going to have that. I may have just more of them on the other side, just because of space. I can't, oh. Yeah, I can't move this over one, because now this is in the way. Well, that still wouldn't help, because this is actually perfectly spaced. There, so that's not really. But this could be. That could be like that. That's not powering enough. So there's that. So that gets that guy. So that's those farms done. This could be one block closer. I don't know why I didn't put it one block closer. Like he was to be able to fit. Here we go. Yeah, so that condenses it a little bit. Is that powering this? Yes, it is. So I'm wondering. It's a little bit sticking out. Of course, that'll stick out. Because it's like, it's at that point that it's just like, it's sticking out too much. But maybe I could fit it on the other side. If I do. Oh, is that going to flap? That might. Yeah, that's going to flap. anything to avoid flapping. Go. And we could just move this to the other side. And voila! Look at that. So you have Fern Farm, you have Glow Lichen, which this actually makes even more sense to have these two right next to each other. Because both of these are going to need shears. These need shears, whereas these just need Silk Touch. Which is kind of weird. Personally, like, as much as nice as it is, it would make, like, this doesn't even need it. You could punch that guy. That's weird. But, there you go. Hey, yeah, look at that. The only problem is now we have these three that we haven't gotten yet. But these all are hanging. This is kind of a wild card. These two are kind of wild cards, I think. I don't even know if the mechanics work for this. I should probably test that out. Does bone meal work on sweet berries? So far, so well. We figured out how to pack a few farms into this space, but not as many as I was hoping. I'm now testing if this works, because I actually realize I don't know if you can... Oh, that's amazing. It works exactly how I wanted it to. That is amazing. So that means it's exactly the same as the Glubs. You just bone meal the thing itself. It's just gonna be on the ground. That's gonna hang. These ones are a lot easier. We could do one thought to save on space for the flowers is we could have these all hooked up like even the sweet berries and the Glubs. We could have either that or we actually manually have. No, I don't want to manual. The whole point is it's automatic. As in, we manually apply the bone. But so much for a side entrance. There's definitely not a side entrance. We will swap out the andesite. I don't like the andesite in here. It kind of looks bad. We'll swap it out for a better block. One that still pops out against this. Yeah. The only other problem is, of course, these dispensers are always firing. I have a data pack that quiets it, so for me, I can't even hear it right now. But obviously, anyone else that comes to the base will be able to hear that. And the lag, but I'm not too I don't think it's going to be that laggy. And the off switch is always, I can just break this one. And then we want to put it back, boom. That's originally what I was going to try to do, is have like a piston. Like, actually we could do that. Let's do this. But that's going to break it. But, get my point. On, off. And that turns both of those on and off. 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 It's like easy fixes. So whatever we need these to be on, just do that. The reason I was just gonna leave it on is because it's not gonna consume the bone meal even then. So I'm not too concerned with it. And honestly, we don't really need any more than the dispensers in terms of how much bone meal, because that basically means we would need 9 stacks of an item. And I don't think we'll ever need that. So, plus, it'll always be powering this, so this will always get bone meal slowly anyways. But we'll probably never need 9 stacks at a time, and if we do, we'll probably only need those 9 stacks, and we can come back and get the other ones later. I think that's it for this area. Let's direct our attention to the rest of the ghast. So these are pretty easy. Oops. These are pretty easy, so I'm pretty sure we can just... we can't do it here. We do have to always go here, but they're basically tileable. may need to move over a block. And maybe out the block. Well, maybe probably. No, it's gonna flap. Oh, the flapping, dude. The flapping is what's getting us. We don't like the flaps. Okay. You just do that, and do. Oh, by the way, howdy, Gordon. And then it's, and then typically glass in front. Okay. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We can pull a leaf out of Aaron Nib's book and have these all next to each other. Maybe we do just hook this up all to the same one. It might be easier. We could break the floor. We have space down there. We'll just have it all go to the one barrel, because we'll typically only need one flower at a time. You know, we're not going to be needing more than that, but we have all 5 flowers there. So here's what I'm thinking. We do blocks here. That there. Oh, look at that. We have perfect amount of space. We have that. And because it's powering the block, it's only powering the dispenser that we want. Oh. Well, maybe that's not a problem, because that'll pull it. And if we... Yeah. So my thought is, we have... If something blocking this, so basically we flip that, which now powers whichever one we want. I have a better way. It's not so ugly. Oh, oof, this is tight, actually. I need to power each of these individually. My thought was we have levers up here. But, eh. Break that. That's actually a stair. Wait, that powers that? What? That powers that? That's a stair block. Crazy. The thought was if we had it on here. Otherwise, we'll have to put... Because, I mean, I don't mind having, like, trapdoors here. But or worse, we just break the block and replace it every time. That's even worse. Or... No, we can't really go on the ceiling. It's how... It's like, this could be a block. That doesn't help us. It's actually... Alright, yeah, we're just gonna go with this. Yeah. The issue is that light gets through there, which looks weird. But, yeah, we do that. And then that's all of these. So I'm thinking we go... bonk, 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 bonk. That'll obviously need to be all 4, but that'll work. Yeah. I mean, that's only one side of the whole thing. And then anytime we need one of them open, we can just say, okay, I need this flower. Boom, now we're only getting that flower, we can do that. Which ironically also closes it behind us. I actually think I need... I think I need it on the other side. Ironically, because I can't reach the levers. I like that there's dark spots underneath the base, but there you go. Now we can reach that, we can turn the alarm on, and then it shuts it when we do that. Unintentional, but it's very nice. Okay, next one. These two... I feel like these ones we can do on the other side. Okay. So, let's try to be symmetrical. So for 1, you can go ahead and take it for the sweet berries. I did that. Did that. I'm doing nothing. There's going. That we do that. That. That's it. So I would assume we have to sit here and right-click it to do it, but. On offset. So then the same thing. I think I can place a glub on this, but it might need to be a very specific block. Oh, there they were. I was like, where did... it might need to be gloves. No, it does not. Nice. That's those two. That's just bone meal. We might need to sit there and right-click it, but actually, you know what I'm thinking of doing? Why not just have these side by side? Like, why do we need to? We might as well go with the same barrel there. Same concept. Maybe. Appreciate the channel points there. Luckily, I know my bases are spawn-proof. Accidentally hit X instead of Z. It's awkward. Okay. Oh. Wait, did I not get the gloves from that? I don't think I did. Nope. I hope I have another glove. Ew, I have 5 more. Nice, okay. Good. That. Now it's like gloves. Actually, this needs to be down a block, because it's going to power both. Unfortunately. Unless we have it powering the block. I want it that. How do I get myself lower? Let me have it let you guys see. There we go. Oh, wait. Yeah. Ta-da! Now, it's either or. Okay. So now we have the hanging, which the roots actually need the roots to be on, whereas this just needs a block. Same principle as always. I just realized we could have it being pushed here. Now it takes less room. Like and that way we're not taking room there. Whole point was that I don't need to do that whole placing of the guy again. Nice. And that means that I can do this. Not need to put it like right next to it, and that way I can put the drip bee farm. It's not. also do that. And that needs to be that. And we do insert dispenser. Oh, am I out? Now I'm out. That's gonna trigger both. That's fine. Just move that to there, that to there, that to there. Might make more sense anyways. Oh, look at that first try. Yeah. Okay, let me just... stuck. Easier. They're facing the same. If they're all faced the same way. So that's on. That's off. Perfect. And then we would, yeah. No, that's perfect. And then we would do that guy there, that guy there. I'm a little bit stupid. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, here's why. This needs to be a block higher because we need to break the second of the block. And this needs to be there, which means both dispensers actually need to be up one. Which obviously complicates things. I get this one though. I may need to move it over anyways, so I could have the space to do that. Because for rooted dirt, or for the roots, we need to bone meal the rooted dirt, and then use shears on it. And then for the hanging pale moss, we need to shear the second half, not the first one. So that's why that needs to be up. But I might need to move this over so I can get this away. I don't see... Either that or I move this whole thing down so we can have it like we had it before. Because it was kind of nice. wait, but the problem still persists. I lied. Moving it down does not help. Because now this is still in the way. I think I have to move it to the side. Because I need to be able to take that to piston blocks, so 3 blocks. I could probably swing. Basically, we need that's fine if that gets observed. There you go. I think I accidentally did make it a little too low. Yeah. Maybe this one is just in the ground then. In that case. Maybe that is just what we have. So that way we can have that there, which would be grabbing that. There you go, yeah. So that one's gonna have to be in the ground, but that's fine. For the most part, we're probably picking up the items because we have to actually stand next to it. But it must have spawned down below. When I covered the whole floor. Ah, now all we have is the drip lead. I'm thinking for that one, I need more andesite. Because I use. And then we'll have to go back through and convert it all to another block type. So I need... needs to be out here. So the thought is, if that there, that, you know, standard stuff here. You bone meal it. It grows 1 regular. Because I don't think this works. Not with drip. That. And then we're gonna actually have this out to the side. That doesn't work. I don't. That can't go into the block. We'd have to pull it forward. Block. That's how that don't like how close it is. That's the problem, but it's this block here. Unless we put it into the ground by a block as well. Hold. I would prefer that. If we put it into the ground, we have that there. So it ends up that. Reason being, no. That's why. Okay. Then put that there. And then copper. No, not stuck. Okay. So basically, there you go. Yeah, look at that. That's all the farms that we wanted to build. So okay. Now that we have all those built, let's grab a bunch of bone meal, fill every single one of them up, and test the heck out of them. I need glass. I'm gonna use the blue glass just because I think it looks the best. So let me grab light blue. Yes. Probably. Let me make another stack of light glass. Oh, I made way more than I. I'm so light blue dye. Lol. Oh, now I have a ton of light blue dye, so that's good, I guess. One of these. Okay. Let's test. So this is one where we definitely want it to be like that. This is another one. Ideally, like that. These two we're gonna have to manually, like all of these ones we're gonna have to actually do. So the nice thing is that each and every dispenser, so I'm gonna throw this, because each dispenser is gonna require 1 bone block worth of bone meal. Ironically, I have more ferns. I might grab more ferns to fill this whole thing up. Just because that way I don't have to use it to do stuff, so. mean, this is enough bone meal to last us a while for these guys. Whew. Okay. I have 3 dispensers to fill. So my guess is this farm is the only one that's not going to work, because I'm like 99% sure that drip leaf, when you break any part of it, the whole thing breaks. So we'll probably have to manually replace that, but we can just sit here and right click it. So let's test. Let's say I really want, honestly, the wildflowers. If I do this, yeah, I only get wildflowers. Look at that. Let me do that. And let's say we want some of this. Yeah, that works fine. And I don't mind that I'm collecting it, though I'll probably put a better casing on that. So that farm works. If I do that, yeah, so I'll have to sit here and right click for that to work, which is fine. And same with this. I'll have to right click. Oh, did any break? That's fine. And then that would be that. So I don't have shears on me. Let me grab some shears. That's not. Probably want a pair of shears always in the farm. If we were to, that works wonderfully. That also works wonderfully. Look at that. Cool. All right, let's test this jit. Oh, shoot. I did not. Okay, we'll test that one last, because I forgot to hook up the bone meal fire. It's going to the top first, so we can just do it. But that works wonderfully. But it even comes out here, but we'll leave that there, because that'll always do that. We'll fill that up later. So this is going to do both. This one we just need that. Beautiful. And then this one. Wonderful. Do that. And then this one. Oop. I have to make sure I use the block that doesn't back. So we may want to put something there. Either that, or I mean, shears work on all of these as well, so we could just shear them all. Let me go grab. Sleep. Let me grab more ferns. Wait. I think, yeah, I should have tons of ferns already. Yes, I do. We can just fill the farm up first, because it should be fully full. That was a weird sentence. So you sit here, you do that. Do that. Perfect. Why are those ones not? Oh, it's because the redstone's on. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So if we just leave it off for a second to let it all go through, that's fine. And then you know you sleep. Pair of shoes. Okay. I forgot to hook up this one. Need 2 of those. 1 of those. 1 of those. And we can just like this over here. Okay, no, that's not. We should probably go this way. Dag damn it. Yeah. I also didn't account for that. Ew. Okay. I didn't think about that. So we're gonna have to move this down a block. Dang it. Okay. It goes there. Oh. So basically... No, that works. That works actually quite well. That works pretty well. I'm not gonna lie, that worked a little bit better than I thought that was gonna work. Okay. Arms are completed, dude. It's kind of epic. No side entrances, because that just doesn't work. There's nowhere to really have one. It is spawn proof in this place, but it's a wee on the dark side, in my opinion. Like, it's just a wee bit dark and hard to see, like, especially with like compression. So it's not ideal, but oh gee, how did those get up there? That's what I'm saying. We're gonna probably cover up, which means we're also covering up like all the mangrove stuff that we just did, you know, all the decor. Gonna be covered as well. Not ideal. Also, we have this staircase here. Did I mention this in the last stream? I can't remember. I have to figure out what to do up here. This is second or third layer, and then fourth layer is hopefully the portal. We'll probably have a staircase over here just because that's there, so that'll be the easiest place to put one. But yeah. Nice little micro farms, isn't it? Actually, I'm gonna remove these. These blocks aren't that. I'm gonna put that back. Whoops. And then for the most part, that block's necessary. These 4 underneath the dispensers, that was what was unnecessary. There's no way out there. Okay. I kind of want to change the floor. I don't like the blast furnaces here. I like them here. I think this is a nice little transition. And like in stairwell. I think it's nice and probably in here, but also this is very more naturistic up here, so I'm kind of thinking of swapping all of this out for beehives, which is very expensive. So I don't have a lot of honeycomb. If I had, I mean, I have the wood. I just don't have the honeycomb. And that's expensive. Let's see how many I have. That's not the right box. The workstation box. I have 55. Just quite a lot. But like, you know, it's funny how I went with this entire like floor design and everything. And now I'm like, you know what? We're going with something completely different. How about that? How about them beans? Oh my gosh, that complements it so much better than the blast furnaces. This complements that. Oh, it feels better, dude. It's better. I'm thinking this can stay this. I think that's good for the stairwell. I have 19, so 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18. That's about all we can do. Or we run out. Like, I don't mind that, because it goes back into this. So, like, this very much goes, and then this is like, okay. And then you step out, and now you're in a completely different area. So I need a lot of honeycomb. Maybe that's something I'll actually build as a bee farm. But I know it's sold. I'm just kind of broke right now. Just a wee bit on the broker side, you know? Let's go ahead and add a shulker box for blast furnaces, because we're going to have a lot more now. Because I only have 25 left. I have 2 beehives, one with 3, one with 1. It's kind of sad. We could breed them up, and we can make a bee farm on the next floor and make like other small farms. Because maybe I want a cactus farm or something like that. I don't know. Maybe a cocoa bean farm. It's hard to tell what farms I want to make because I know Aranib's gonna also do stuff, but just I have no diamonds. I literally have no diamonds. I need. So it's a wee bit of a problem. Now I do have some diamonds. Not a lot. Not enough. So let me see how many diamonds I can get from this, and we'll see based on that how much we can get from honeycomb shop. Okay, 25 diamonds. It's not too shabby. It's not too shabby. Let's see how much honeycomb we can get. Because 3 stacks per 1 stack. And I'm going to actually rip out at least the walkway floor to just see how much, and based on how many blast furnaces I get, is actually how much I'm going to need for the entire space. We'll go ahead, we'll waste the blast furnaces underneath everything. But we're getting rid of it all from here. Oh, that's fine. Because maybe it's not. Maybe 25 diamonds is enough. I don't know how expensive honeycomb is. Otherwise, we're really gonna need a floor. We're really gonna need. And I think I'm gonna, for right now, leave the farmed areas as blast furnaces, because it kind of makes sense to have that floor be a little bit more sturdy in there. But like the walkways, nah, the walkways definitely need to be this. It looks so good with the block palette. Blast furnaces not work well with the block palette. Dadgum, why'd I choose this block palette? It makes no sense. But I really like the way it looks. It looks really nice. It's a solar punky vibe. As I said, it's very much Pearl build style. You know? Very much how she builds just in general. And then the staircase, I want it to be blast furnaces, because I think that would make sense. The staircase. This is gonna break the bank, but maybe not so bad. Okay. Try to pick up everything. So we need a total of about 3 stacks and a half. When did I get this? What? Where did I get a mangrove trapdoor? We're breaking it. Huh? Weird. I don't know where I got this. We'll leave that as that. So, that's the bank breaker that we're looking at. Was 3 stacks and 35. I'll leave the doors in my inventory because those are going to be back. Let's see how many stacks, which means we're going to need a total of 9, about 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's just say 12 stacks. We'll make 4 stacks of this block. So we're going to need 12 stacks of honeycomb in order to do that. That's a lot. See how expensive the knowledge shop is. It might break the bank. Because I'm assuming it's going to be 1 diamond per stack. I would hope. Honeycomb, 1 diamond per 4 stacks. Oh, Lanta. Per 4 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, boop, boop. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Also, why would you use friggin' dark oak and why? Donald, why? Why have you done this? Okay, we're not doomed. Donald sells honeycomb really cheaply, so maybe I won't build a bee farm because it's not expensive at all. And I don't, and like this, I mean, with the style, I don't normally build with this, but I have a hard time sticking to a building style. I tend, as you can see, it fluctuates very heavily, and that's why I typically get like builds that are an amalgamation of different styles. Though I feel like this world, I've been sticking to a build style a little bit better. Like this is really the first time I've like really broken the build style, and I've done something completely different. Every other time, every other world I feel like I'm in, I'm breaking the style. Nice. Okay. So we could easily do way more than this, because now we know that it's not that expensive. discovers. Ooh! Okay. So. This is very, very, actually inexpensive. 3 diamonds for all of the resources that I need was not a bad deal. Which means I'm probably going to swap out these rooms as well. Because I think it'll look better to have it a little bit more uniform. And maybe the stairwell. But I feel like the stairwells definitely make sense to have it do that. And there we go. Perfect. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Yeah, that's nicer. And the stairwell is darker and dreary. Maybe I do for here. Maybe I do want it to be like this. Yeah, I feel like that's better. Gee, don't hate that. I actually placed those the wrong way, but that kind of works because now it creates a line separating these rooms. And now I can maybe make this look a little bit more scientific and researchy. I like that. Which means for here, why? Yeah. From up here, I prefer it, but from down here, I prefer this, because that makes a nice line, which I think I'd rather go with this, because this just makes a little bit more sense coming up here. And you don't see that very often, whereas for this one, I feel like it makes sense to have that go in. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. I think that's good. Now I just think, let's decorate it. Let's try to figure out how to make this look nicer. Like, andesite's not really a block here. What block? I mean, immediately my brain goes to tough. Tough would probably be a good block to, like, use. But I don't know. Let me clear my inventory. I need to think. I can't think with clutter. It's just not healthy. Not a healthy way to live. Alright, clutter free. Alright. Jump around, bounce around, think about what blocks do I have available. Maybe a granite. Granite could be the solution here. Granite goes really well with jungle and that build style, so that could be something. Granite and brick. Ooh, brick. Granite brick. Kind of like the factory. Okay, I could see it, at least for this room, a little bit better. Like, you have brick walls here. I wonder if I do trapdoors this way. So you have to open those, open these, and that way you can get to it a little easier. And then we have a little access way here. And maybe just leave that one, because you can get around to all of the dispensers through that way. Maybe have 2 access ways. Alright, let's do brick and granite. Maybe not polished granite, because once again, I don't like the grid. I like it looking smoother. I think that's better. How much brick do I have? How much brick do I have? More than I thought I would. That's... Oh, obviously, I did the iron golem. So... Do I have more jungle door? The shulker system's growing on me. In some cases, it's pretty good. I feel like the next time I build a storage system... I'm gonna have to get rid of these. That's a door. I feel like I need to add that to the quotes. Just, that's a door. So what I'm thinking is... wrap doors here. Either that or... let me swap this to the other side. But that needs to be there. This is not necessarily working. So maybe that. I'm just gonna break it. I know I farmed up a little. I was like, where is it? I had it in my inventory. Oh, it doesn't automatically go to the stack? That's annoying. Maybe? Yeah? What do we think? problem is I want to go like 1 block higher, but now that kind of ruins what we were going with here. I suppose with this, we could do that. Yeah, that still works. This is the only one that kind of has to be there because it's on the block. Like, it's powering that block, and that needs to be there. I don't mind that though. So we do need a way down. Yes. We don't have. Oh, that's not gonna work. And I have to be the lever. An idea. Boop, boop. Didn't need one. That's okay. We can see if it looks good first. Something like that. We need to get in. Ah, the shelves are too big. Okay. But we can do the trapdoors. We can still reach that. Let me get... Actually, yeah, there's 4. I need 4 more. Bop, bop. Row, bop. Bop, bop. No. The thought is, put these here, and I can still reach them. Very nice. Like, just wondering, because I mean, we can still reach that one, and we can flip that. Let me get... I feel like this is kind of weird, but maybe not. Maybe not, because then it kind of centralizes it. But, like, that block is weird on its own. So I want to do this. Right. And I'm thinking, let me see if I do have stairs and slabs of bricks. How about granite? Stairs. I like that, but I need that one stair to be granite. That needs to be granite. In my head it was going to be granite, so now it has to be granite. Let me see if I have any granite stairs. I do not. I haven't either. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. Because at this point, I might as well have this reach all the way to the top. It just doesn't make sense for it not to. You know? Of course, like... in this case... completely gets rid of our lights. And also, you no longer see the main. Why? Why? Thinking... Why did both of those place incorrectly? Why are you doing that? Stop it. I didn't realize I couldn't get over there. Oh. Interesting. But what I can do... this one. Let's use some redstone. And place it on this block. If I do that, is that enough? No, but I know what will be probably my favorite block to use in redstone because I feel so smart using it every time. Fargate block. It's enough. I love the new mechanics. Now it's dark, so we can come back. That's a maintenance. So. That's not too shabby. It's weird. It'd be nicer if this was not there. But unfortunately, the piston's right there. So, if we put redstone on top of that, that redstone's gonna pop off. It only stays on the back end. Well, I guess it's a sticky piston. Wait, hold. There may yet be a solution. If I were to do that, that does that. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that it would read this signal. Unless I use a redstone lamp. Because I could use a block that would receive a signal update via that. That is beautiful. Right. Like a redstone lamp. Or a copper bulb. Actually, a copper bulb might not look that bad. Get a copper bulb. And the issue. Interesting. And versus a redstone light. On. I don't hate it. Like, since I know what's going on there, it's kind of feels like a good solution to that problem. And now that gap makes a little bit more sense. All these levers everywhere, except for these ones are down. So you have to open that. You can open that one too if you want to get a little bit better. But you have to go. You have to do that. I like that, but obviously that, because then at that point, I could shove this back a block. You know, because the only reason I have it here is because I couldn't place it here because of those. Right? But since I can't see them anyways, why not push it back a block? You know what I mean? And that way it all becomes flush. Because I like kind of how this is all flush. I kind of like how this is outcut. Because there's a reason for it. But this is output. For no reason now. So. We're going to push it back. That's going to be a little... Oh. Let's clear inventory. Though I will say the maintenance will be much more difficult going through that area. Because I'd also say, why not? In that case, why not? Jeez, I lost my train of thought. I completely. Oh, why not have it be the same texture as the? And then we could just carry that over, carry that down. Yeah, that works a lot better. And the other benefit of this is we could also have the sticky pistons facing where these are right now, which would make turning the farm, turning it on and off a little bit easier. It's like, that's gonna go there. But I mean, now we can do this. Actually, I probably want it to be the other way around. Just because that's how all the other ones are. Right, and then we can turn them on, turn them off. Oh, the one block I didn't pick up with Spencer. Why did I break that one? Oh, yeah, I'll put the flowers down until we're ready for them. I'm honestly gonna probably tear the inside of this down so that I'm gonna need granite to fill that in. That's okay. So now this is way more difficult to get to. This can remain those because you're not gonna see it. This doesn't matter anymore because you can't get back there anyways. We'll probably actually have the entrance. Where should I have the entrance? Because another benefit of this is like we're all that, but if well, I guess it'll always be off, so we'll just have to deal with the issues of that being on. Don't want it to be. I should have. Oh wait, I didn't put the flowers in there for that reason specifically. Okay, now we can put flowers back. So it was you there, you there. 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 Let's grab granite and bricks now. I haven't even thought about how we're gonna do the other one. Like, I've been doing all this work on this one. I haven't even gotten to the other. Oh man. The other one's going to be a little bit more complicated, I think, but same in principle. So I don't have... Oh, wait, it's in... Never mind. It's in my ender chest. Okay. We need bricks. That's not bricks. That's not bricks. These are bricks. Let's grab more. And granite. Getting a little full in here. I may move. Let's move all of the things that are in bulk over. And we'll do calcite. So we'll like make more of the like crafted items will be in here. But all of the like base stones put in here. And then any full shulker boxes that aren't quite in bulk yet go in here. All the crafted items, all of the bulk items that aren't full, because these are all full shulker boxes. Ideally, we would fill those up, but I don't have that many resources. Maybe in the future. Maybe when we dig out another giant hole. I don't know where I would do that, but you know, I wouldn't put it past myself. Okay. Look at that. That's nice. That's not too shabby. I kind of like that. Now, what I'm thinking, as I said, was, what if we dome, or not dome, but, you know, do the roof like it is here. You know? This instead. Oh. Do that. And then maybe do the shelves around, except like the shelves. I mean, it would only be the one end. Yeah, let's grab our mangrove. Let's do that. I kind of like keeping it brick just because, you know, if you think about it, we're working in that area. So it makes sense that it's not the wall type. If you think about it, this is more of a wallpaper. I know we're kind of wasting resources here, but bear with me. Oh my gosh, can I not use those in? Oh, there you go. It's like this one. Poultry. Just spent the last few hours. I feel that. I've done that as well. Literally, the brain is basically that. I don't really care about. Okay, sometimes it's useful to have that on, but sometimes it's annoying when you're trying to do that. I actually think to do that. Because you can still see through it. And then it's not dark in here, so that's good. So we don't need to put something down. I mean, it is for you guys, so we're gonna put the game up. But, like, you can still get in here. Okay, good. That's no longer a problem. But now we can literally, I'm gonna steal these. For goodness sakes, this mangrove. Not come cheaply. I will gladly yoink all of these resources. Oh, I need those ones. Hold up. I need that. I will gladly take these resources back with me. So we don't waste any resources that we don't need to waste. It won't be pretty back here, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it being ugly back here, because it's pretty up front. And I may end up changing my mind about the granite and changing it to this stuff anyways. So, you know, there's that as well. I choose the one block that has a block above it, preventing me from... Okay. Grab those as well. Just haven't gotten there yet. Picking my mangrove back up. Stuff doesn't grow on trees. It did. I don't know what you're talking about. It did. Oop, I need that one. Alright. This also gives us space back here, just so you know. we now have a little bit more space to walk around because we don't have the wallpaper anymore. Which also means if we wanted to have a door here now, we can. Which I would much rather have the door there. Because it looks better. And as I said, I don't... Oh. I do need... Alright. Let's grab our resources for that. I'm not sold on the trapdoors on there, but that's okay. Okay. Where's my jungle? There it is. What block? Oh, ceiling. We'll leave the granite in our inventory so we can scaffold with it. That's probably enough. I have, that away. And then I need levers. Him back on. I'm thinking just one long guy. Rather than doing like more smaller ones. Let's have, yeah, one long guy. That should be fully lit up. Perfect. I'll sneak placement off. Look at that. That's very nice. That, I don't like. This right here. The only way around this... One option is we could move it into the ground. You know? We could push it down a block. Can I? Do I have the space for that? Actually, I don't. Space for that. Because like these ones, the dispensers are up higher. So that's how that works. Because the dispensers need to be at this level. And then this has, luckily we have this space. So yeah, that one kind of has to be there. The only other way I could solve this is by having it go into here. And then moving the doorway over a block. Doing that. Which I personally prefer. Still have the levers there. This lever needs to be there because it's connected to this piston. As much as I want to put a lever here. It used to. Because I also don't like that I can see this. Because I don't need to be I don't need to actually be to it. This is the only one where I need to place, but these ones I just right click. Basically, I could stand back here and do that. Let's see here. Oh, let's check all this. Kind of like that, and then we can move this over a block. Well, he likes symmetry. I like that symmetry. Yeah, that's nice. That's better than having that block there, I think, because it's a little bit more open. I don't like the levers out there, but I don't have much of an option. Put it here. Sorry, I thought I hit K and I had shaders on. That. And the only other option is I move this lever back here, and I just put it. You know. Well, actually, maybe I could do that. No, because. Because even if I put the lever here, or we do crazy things, we do that. I need stairs. Sleep. Oh. It's not the stairs. It's not the stairs. No, that is the stairs. Okay, hear me out. Oh wait, this is still gonna break. Because even if we have that, we move... Oh, wait, no, maybe not. My thought is that, and then we move this here. Oh, and that actually does affect that, so maybe that is right. Except have it all mixing in. And then I could do something like that. So you can step up. I mean, so it's like you want that one, you can go to this. I actually don't hate like a little that. I don't know. This is where like a shelf would be nice, but so I'm like, if only I could have it here, have the lever right there. But how would I, what could I use? Because I basically need to power 2 blocks. I have a janky idea. Very janky idea. The thought is simple. I put a sticky piston here with a redstone block that's extended. And then the lever on the back of the piston. So that powers that. And then push that there. Pulls that back. Needs to be this. Needs to be that. That stair needs to be granite. Oh. Bud powering! That doesn't work. Is it bud powering? I hate bud powering. It ruins everything. Every good idea is ruined by bud powering. We get granite stairs. I know that's not really that important right now, but bugging me. Benefit of working in a storage room is that all of your resources are in one location. As I definitely like this better. This is so much nicer. And if you look at it, like, these are in the floor, these 2 are in the wall. It works out very nicely. It's just a matter of, can we figure out a way to get this nicely? Well, maybe just do like that. Have this. And maybe just do that. Is there a way? I'm trying to think. I don't think there is a way that I could power 2 blocks at once. Well. We could do a redstone lamp observer, do a block with a redstone thing there. So, boop, boop. How did I place that there? What? Perfect. Look at that. On. Off. Yay! I don't like it, but I don't dislike it. You know what I mean? Like here, I don't hate the redstone lamp, but there... At this point, I feel like we might as well make it all redstone lamps, right? Because even for the ones that don't need a redstone lamp. Just for symmetry. Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, redstone lamps are stupid. Oh, that's still... Yeah, that's gonna change. Nothing like a good amount of that beat up. That worked. Yeah, but that does power that. We have that. Power that. That means we can just block that off. That powers that. That goes there, and we have a target block. Nice. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, I didn't put the redstone lamps away. Whoops. Not the greatest fan of it, but like I feel like that redstone lamp kind of just fades, but this one is much more obvious, but it's fine. And it's just a matter of knowing that that goes to that one, that goes to that one, that goes to that, that goes to that, that goes. You know? I feel like this is a pretty good. Look at that. Now, I don't think the same is said to this room. There's certainly a lot more going on here, but you could definitely put a wall here. You could definitely put a wall right here. And just have gaps in the wall where we can step up into this spot. And have the wall go here, there, and it's gonna have maybe like a here. No, we can't. This has redstone on top of it. This fern farm is by far going to be the hardest one to, like, cover. But I feel like this came out quite nicely. Like, this is a nice little area. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Alright. Let's see what we can do with the other side. By far the harder side. Those items. But we may get resources back. So that could be good. Let's see, let's see. Oh. It is dinner time. Which we can cover that up. I'm thinking we could definitely cover that up. And then this, we can cover that up. We do that. Alright, well, I gotta go because it's dinner time. I think that's a good break. I think I'm gonna just keep streaming when I get back. So I will be right back in like 30 minutes. I'm back. Food has been eaten. Let's get back to this. Okay, this is where things get complicated. It's complicated, but that there could be that. Ooh! It's gonna be that. That. And probably make that a stair. But if we end up blocking it all. Okay, this is gonna go again, but I'm fine with that. We have plenty of ferns. We have ferns to burn through. Though, what I will say, if we tear out this wall, we could probably have this run on the back instead. And everything works, and everyone's happy. You know? Get rid of this. Get this back. All this back. Let me get this first. Let's get all of this back. Oh, I didn't mean to break that, but that's fine. Not the end of the roll. And I can get all of this. Worry about those. Right. Am on, so you guys can see. So, regardless, ooh, I don't have enough redstone on me. Well, actually, I'm curious if a repeater will still power. We put a repeater here, block there. That obviously does that. I'm gonna right now we're just gonna hope and trust. That way we don't see that. It's fine that we have it on there because this is the back wall. This needs to be here. Oh yeah, we might as well. No. We'll have to think about that. I just realized, obviously. Yeah, there's not really anywhere else we can put this, but this should be a pretty easy fix. Let's do that. That. Actually, it doesn't even target block. So that. That works. Of course, that does both. Okay. Oh, but we can just put that there. I was like, how are we gonna get past that one? All dirt. Simple. So now we get to remove the wall. I know we did all this work to get all this stuff in here, and then I end up changing everything. This is very typical for me. If y'all want to know what my building looks like on a daily, day-to-day basis, this is it. I build one thing to just kind of get everything down, and then I end up saying no and change it all. And that's what you basically have here. But I don't want that, so. And then, of course, these are gonna have to go. But that's okay, because we get to build. I just need to make sure. Fat fingered. I need a new keyboard because I fat finger too much. Rather annoying. I'm gonna move this like more over here. Try and get it to be a little bit brighter. So for right now, that is not the right block. Let's do this side first, because this is the easy side. Okay, if I could place daggone blocks correctly, that'd be nice. Just gonna go. That. It's kind of weird that it does it that way. Okay. Why? I don't get it. Why? Makes no sense. Why are you defaulting like that? Don't get it. and I am one shy of all of them. That's actually rather annoying. Alright, let's grab one more. Oh, I gotta sleep. Herb's letting me down. He's normally the guy that sleeps for me. He is an AFK right now. I'm assuming he is building a flower farm. There we go. Perfect. Now this is where things get complicated because of this farm. I do want that to go there. So maybe... Whatever's kind of getting in my way. Oh, come on, man. I have to reach into one crevice. And then I'm thinking, I don't have them, but stairs underneath that, just to smooth it out a little bit better. I think that could be cool. Very nice. Okay, yeah, that actually doesn't look half bad. Let's get this out of here. Yeah, look at that. It's not too shabby. Does that need to be there, or can it be? Actually be. Yes, it can. That's much better. So now it's like you need firefly bushes, you need these, you need these, you need this, or you need those. It's all right there. Oh, and then this. I want it. Stair block. And maybe just to round it off. Right. I think that's good. That's where the one went that I was looking. One thing I did just notice. There's no easy access point to this whole place. Okay, I lied. Right there's a pretty good easy access point. Or can't make it the other one. I'm afraid that's gonna trigger that. It's either that or we had to put it somewhere else. Let's clear our inventory and grab some more of that, see if there's anything else that we want to do up here. It's nice to get back some of the mangrove, I will say, though. Like, I'm not mad about that. Though, I don't know what I'm going to use mangrove for another project, if I'm being honest. Granted, I don't know when I'm going to be using jungle for another project. First time I really used. One idea I had to make this system a little bit better and a little bit easier to like tell what's in, like what is where, would be to color the shulker boxes. Because as I said, like everything is based off of, oh, I'm lagging. Everything is based off of the shulker box, right? To a certain degree. So we would color things based off of where they would be in that shulker box. Like these would be dark gray, or gray, I guess. And that's it. That's all they would be. And that way, you know, we'd see that color. We would know that it's there. This would be brown. These would be lime and that. You know, this would be. We don't. And like for diggables, we don't actually have a shulker box for diggables. So I don't know what I would do for that one. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not a foolproof system, but like it's a possibility. That's another thing I'm not a huge fan of, is of course missing the thing, because I can't stand on here. Like ideally I do that, but I can't. I have to stand like here, which is fine, but now you get these blocks. You can kind of get everywhere. It's dark, so let's fix that. And both of these are light. I know it's not the prettiest over here, but like it is what it is. And of course, like it doesn't look pretty back there. This one doesn't look bad because of course there's, but you can't go anywhere. Ironically, I'm gonna put that up for that block on that side, but you can go full circle on this side. Obviously you stop here. Now this should be all spawn proof bane rods, so I'm not too worried about back here. But it's all working. This is done. Look at this. What a floor. You would not expect to see something like this in a scientific facility. I don't even know what happened here. This is such a nice style. I kind of want to build something like more in this kind of a style. Never really experimented with that. But now you have these two like farm areas for flowers and all of our bushes and all that kind of stuff. And it looks pretty good. Like I will say, it looks pretty good. I really like the way that this came out. Obviously, I'm not like a huge fan of all the levers everywhere, but we kind of need them to turn the farms on, so it's essentially like a non-negotiable. Need a way to turn these on, and there's not enough space to do something fancy. So now we have the upstairs. Now we have up here. What is this floor gonna be? I don't know. I don't know what to do up here. All I know is that here is going to be a staircase, and that's about it. But I don't know what the wall or the layout's going to be. What style I'm going to build in. We're going to do this again, or not. I don't know. Yeah, because like the brick looks a lot better with the blackstone, the blast furnaces. Like it does look better. Yeah, I'm glad I got this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to do. I guess we could like think about the other decorations in here. I kind of just threw that down as an idea. Don't take it down though. I'm not like a huge fan of that though. Like I don't mind it being blander. Just kind of. I don't know. The little details are I think what I struggle with in the builder a lot of the time. It's like what things make sense as a detail to actually have in a build. I guess a bedroom is one thing that it might be good to have. And we still don't have a room for workstations, like a specific room to smelt things. Hello, doggo. I believe I already have one of you. You have what's his name? Rufus. Yeah, now I'm just gonna think of what other projects I have. Like we have decorating this as something to work on. We have that one little patch in there. So I kind of did a lot of work to this build specifically. That I had never like mentioned. I can't remember what I last talked about in the video. So. I think that's gonna do it, honestly. I think that's gonna be it. Because I don't know what else to do right now. I don't know what else to do. So I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna go upstairs. Getting a little bit of lag. It's a little concerning. But I'm gonna go upstairs just so I don't die again. We're gonna stand by this window. This should be safe. Let's see if anyone is live right now. So we got Rayzworks, Chazzy, and Link. Let's go with Rayzworks. What did I have as my raid message? Okay, he's editing his video, it looks like, which I think is kind of funny. We're gonna go with the wolf hunt has commenced. Let's go with these three. These are kind of fun. Let's raid on, or if I can